Obviously not enough to level up. We could spend some stuff to level up here. I don't see any particular reason to. Should I kindle this bonfire? I don't think I need to. And this is not like an especially useful bonfire later in the game. So we'll just let that go. I do probably want to be human for the last part, because the NPC for this boss fight is awesome. And like, it's not that hard. I would show it off just because he's awesome, not because I need the help for it. And something I was thinking about, since this guy's kind of easy, I might try summoning a PC if we see him. It's not that he's super easy. I mean, any bosses can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So now we can die here without fearing too much. Okay, we'll get those items later. Okay. Let's just run past here. Usually the places where those bombs can hit are denoted by those charge spots on the ground. So let's switch back to our normal gear, because there's a Baraneki Knight right here. Oh, I thought that was him. Okay. And let's equip the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring and our Hobbles Ring, because we're wearing our heavy armor again. And we don't need that tower shield equipped now. Now, this guy's also equipped with the tower shield. I don't want to back up too far. Yeah, hit me, because I need to go this way. Or he's not going to let me. Good job. I always kind of hesitate on those overhead smashes because he can do a combo as well. That's not what I wanted to do. Like that. Alright. He didn't drop anything. But that's cool. I just want to go around here. And this is pretty much it. That's pretty much what he's here for. But we can climb down here. And then go over to this area. This area is kind of hard to see from afar, so you may not realize that it's here. Up here we can meet a friend who's shooting at us. He's got a rapier. You know, it looks like a target shield. The spear kind of wrecks this guy. And he can parry you pretty well. Because he's got that targeting shield. That target shield. This guy's sort of a mini-boss. He won't respawn. And you can see he's wearing the armor that... the Elite Knight armor. That we are currently wearing 2 pieces of the set of. There we go. Take him down. And here we get Rickard's Rapier. Let's take a look at that. Being a rapier, we probably don't have the dexterity we need to use it. No, 20. Chosen the Undead Prince Rickard. Rickard. So apparently this is him. It's got B ranking for its dexterity scaling. It's pretty good. It has a very interesting moveset too. That little kind of thrusting flurry he does is something he does. So something you always want to do after this point. I can tell these aren't, but you always want to be attacking the treasure chests because they might be mimics. And if you remember the entrance to the Great Hollow, I said there is another way that you might find out that area is there, and that is if you are in fact attacking all the treasure chests, you might accidentally hit the wall behind it and discover that there's that area there. Especially if you're using like a big overhead attack or an area of effect spell. I don't know if area of effect spells actually do that with the illusory walls. Now I think about it, because it is possible to find that much later in the game if you are just doing things. Alternatively, most people would just probably look up online or something. But I had already had the mimics spoiled for me at that point, so I was aware of their existence. So let's rush past this part. The stairs are relatively safe, but this bridge is not. And you see that message there indicating we should go read that, but we're gonna skip that for now because, well, guys hucking bombs. And over here is another Boulder Knight. Oops. As I said, these Boulder Knights and stuff all respawn. Rickard does not. So there's that to keep in mind. Okay, up here we have some things, and this is okay. This is the other thing we need the cage key for. We don't have it. We can't use it then. We can't use the master key for that. So we're gonna have to figure out that later. Let's just keep moving up here to the top. And we're kind of exposed going across this gap here, but you see here there's actually a burnt spot. We can actually be hit by the bomb there. As you can see. So this knight here actually doesn't have another weapon. He simply has his crossbow. So now we're up here at the top of the tower. Well, more precisely, we'll be at the top of the tower here. And this is where the giant is. Now, he looks pretty big from where he is, but he's actually bigger than that. And this guy looks like the guy we saw from the cutscene after ringing the Bell of Awakening. It's actually not safe to kind of camp the doorway because of what I'm kind of showing you here. I'm waiting until he does a thing. He does that. He'll get tired, and you just wail on him. Am I actually hitting him? Yes, I am. Okay, cool. Get the spear back out. Poke. And sometimes they'll do that flurry move multiple times in a row. Oh god. Stairs are dangerous places to fight on, viewers. Do not do it unless you can help it. Unless you can't help it. The spear is fantastic for something like this. Because it's got a long reach. He's doing it again. Now it might be silly just to be using lightning spear at close range like this, but it's fine. They don't drop anything in particular. Oh, and looks like, look over there. I'm sure that's nothing. So up here, like, the bombs he was throwing aren't actually filled with anything. I'm not sure. This guy will not respawn. Over there, you can see that other giant throwing rocks into the hole. That guy will respawn if you kill him. So you can't permanently disable the rock trap. But it's not that hard. This is the boss door, by the way. Out here, there's another path that leads to. Here we get a really good view of the parish from this side. And in here is where you will find the NPC summon for this boss. which I said I'm going to show off because it's awesome. So let's go down, and since we've taken this guy out, we could actually go back to the bonfire, which is a good idea, and get our humanity and all that stuff. But there are a couple other things we need to do. We need to pick up these items here, and we need to figure out what's the deal with that thing over there. So let's go ahead and do that. And the one thing about falling down this gap if you fail this jump is that there is an item down there we need to get anyway. So let's go ahead and remove our heavy gear. We're just wearing our skirt. Look, we're glorious. And we want to jump across the gap here. And I missed. And I take a bunch of damage when I fall, but here we get the sniper crossbow, which is weird. It doesn't actually have any bonuses to, like, stuff. It just is a crossbow that requires a lot of stat points and is stronger. I don't know. Often used with sniper bolts. I think it can only be used with sniper bolts, or you can only use sniper bolts with this. I don't get it. It's kind of a shitty item. Oh right, I forgot. Those guys respawned because I visited the bonfire after fighting these. Well, let's go ahead and deal with that. Oh. Well, I did already visit the bonfire. It's fine. Whatevs. There's kind of very few interesting, safe ways of doing that. I don't care about things that are like totally safe. If stabbing down at a dude on a ledge is an option, I will always pick that option. That's how I roll. I do have the gold serpent ring equipped. These are the guys I want the gold serpent ring for, so I want to make sure that I have it equipped for that. I think I'm fairly certain this is the place where the Baraneki Knights start respawning. Oh, my junk is up there! F. That makes things harder. Oops. There's another Boulder Knight down there, but I'm not going to bother fighting him. If I were to farm the sword, now would be a good time to do it, because, or there's the shield, which are the two drops that are interesting from them. Then, I could do it now because they give humanity at this point. And I'm kind of hurting for humanity because I have to give a bunch to the Covenant. Alright. Might as well drink my Estus Flask here. Got it. Cool. Oh, I'm getting shot with crossbows. Without my clothes on. Okay, so in here, you see a very big man. Actually, he's a very floaty man. He's hovering a couple of inches off the ground. And this is the steel armor set that he's wearing.
What? Who are you? Another undead. I took on Sam's fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. You think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out with your soul searching.
So he's got some stuff. Notably, he is the merchant that sells black fire bombs. Yes. He also sells green titanite for a ridiculous price. He also sells the Balder shield and the tower shield, which you can actually get from the Balder shield. As you can see, has a pretty high stability, and decent fire and lightning block. No, not very good magical block. Let's see the description on this. Yeah. The tower shield used by the Baraneki Knights, and it has a 72 stability, which is, this is the basic tower shield, and as you can see, it has 100% block, but you need 30 strength to do it, and it weighs 13 weight. It's fairly ridiculous, and he sells great axes and great swords. Great swords are actually ultra great swords. The basic great sword, I guess, is the type weapon for great sword is actually the bastard sword, and the great sword is an ultra great sword. It doesn't really make sense. These are also things that the Baraneki Knights can drop and use. And a certain NPC we're going to be seeing fairly soon. He sells arrows. And the Katarina armor that Siegmeyer was wearing, and the steel armor that he is wearing, which is also what the Baraneki Knights can drop, and the Balder armor set. He doesn't sell the sword, though. He also has the lightning and magic, just plain magic types of the stone plate rings. So these are all really useful, and eventually I'll probably end up getting all of the stone plate rings just because they're really good. But eventually, oh, he also sells green blossoms, which is nice. But they're expensive, and you can go kill those frogs to get them. I very rarely use these. But yeah, now we can get as many black fire bombs as we want.
There's nothing more to say. I've finished. We're both on the brink, you see. End of story. You bloody fool. Nothing at all? Fine then. Rush in like a naked babe to be skinned alive.
So this guy is called the Crestfallen Merchant. He's just kind of a dick. So, let's continue down here. And find out what lies beneath the Crestfallen Baby's domain. Oh, I can hear some rattlesnake sounds. Yeah, I got a great idea. Let's use the Black Knight's shield on a lightning enemy. Well, the Black Knight's shield is fine for the sword attacks. There we go. So over here, we get the cage key, which is normally what we needed for opening the doors for the cages down where Big Hat Logan was, but I had the master key so I could open those. I did not remember that that opens the cage, but we do need it for that one cage in the center. So let's go back up, and we have to get our stuff back after dying. It's not particularly difficult. I'll probably be coming back here to buy some fire bombs from him. Even though I have a bunch of spells, it's still useful to have some stuff like that around, because I have a limited amount of spells I can use between resting. It's nice to have some disposable stuff I can use. Like, for example, I believe I had to use some on a couple bosses in my original playthrough because I ran out of spells. Because my character was not as well optimized as this character. This character is not very well optimized, let me tell you, and my original character was worse, as I've explained before. Since we are going to summon the NPC, I might as well kindle this bonfire. So let's go ahead and use a couple humanities here. This place up here is not... I wouldn't think it'd be a very popular place for invading because of the firebomb dudes. It's not... doesn't seem like a very prudent place to do that. Okay, so let's let's get some different magic. I don't think this spell is going to do very well for us. Let's get... You know what? Let's try out Great Chaos Fireball. And let's equip our Pyromancy Flame. This is kind of a tough boss fight. I still haven't used my soul arrows yet. Let's go ahead and get rid of these so that we can, I wish I had more attack spells for, that. Actually, Wrath of the Gods might do more. I could level up here. That's probably fairly prudent, but I'm not going to. I don't think I've actually used that on a boss yet, so we'll go ahead and go in with this. Our big spells. And it'd be fairly easy to switch to my sword in combat. This guy gives you a pretty wide berth if you are careful, or at least you can get pretty far away from him to switch weapons if you need to. Not necessarily always true. Yeah, one of the things about this game is that it's hard to separate these episodes in kind of a nice way, because I never know how long it's going to take me to do a particular area. It took me like 4 hours to do Blighttown in total, in the areas around Blighttown. So, when we use the cage key, we actually need to write it down. It looks like there's a big gap there, but there isn't. You can just go in it. This drops you all the way in this first room. Now, an odd thing about these things is that you can actually get hit by those pendulums on the way up. That one right there, the second one on that row, and it will deal damage to you. It kind of sucks. And like we can go out to the bonfire near Andre and go in that way, and we'll be going there later because there's a bunch of other stuff in this area that we haven't gotten. Hello, Baronecki Knight. How are you doing? He's chilling now. We do need to go that way, though. And I'm going in a circle. No, actually, we don't. I lied. We need to go up this way. And I need to equip my sword for the dude up here. Or the lightning spear, as it were. I guess swapping between my my pyromancy hand and my spears, or my pyromancy hand and my thing, are just as easy as swapping out my sword. Probably easier when I think about it. I got a Titanite shard. Pretty good. Doesn't look like there's anybody who wants to be summoned. Oh god. I was just like looking off the edge to see if I did that, if I could see something, and I just walk into the pit. Herp derp. Now I gotta use more humanity. That sucks. Devs. Now that I have the covetous gold serpent ring, I can farm humanity pretty easily now. I'm not worried about it. Which I probably will do off screen, just to do that covenant stuff before we actually go to the next area, just so I can have that done off screen. I'll probably do a lot of off screen stuff, grinding souls to buy the rings and stuff like that. I want to do that anyway. Like I probably would still do that just playing on my own. Actually, I probably wouldn't. Not the ones like the poison and stuff like that, but the lightning one. The lightning one I definitely do want. And the spell one. Yeah, I'll probably get both of those the dude up here sells. So, I lied again. But I probably wouldn't bother getting the poison, and I definitely wouldn't bother getting the lead one. That's useless. There is another one later on you can get that will give you resistance, a lower resistance to everything, which is more generally useful. But because of the way the resistances work, very rarely is there an area where enemies will have a bunch of different types of attacks that they use. Alright, let's not derp off the edge again this time. Yeah, let's summon probably the coolest NPC in the game, Iron Tarkus. Now, because of the, I don't know, idiosyncrasies of the AI, sometimes he'll do really well in this boss fight, and sometimes he'll just derp in circles. Kind of like how Solaire can completely solo the bell gargoyles if you let him, and his AI does smart things. He can do that completely by himself without any trouble. Iron Tarkus is like that on this boss. Like I said, it's not a particularly difficult boss, so I guess that's fine. I think we would be better served having our sword equipped rather than our lightning spear, because I think his magic defenses are lower than his lightning defenses. So let's go ahead in. And if I die, then I won't summon the NPC again. One of the things he does is shoots those shockwaves. We want to get into the middle here because he'll start doing those shockwaves all the time if we don't get close to him. Well, that deals pretty good damage. He also has a grab, which is pretty bad, and you want to stay away from these openings in the sides. He's grabbing Tarkus. No! And he football spikes you. One of the ways it's really easy for you to beat this boss is because you can actually... He's got a particular stagger point, which that guy just hit. Okay, I'm too close to the edge here. The main reason, like, he's really good. He's very effective as an NPC because he's very tough. But he just looks cool as hell. That deals pretty good damage. And it's very fast. See, now he's falling down. Oh no, he's dead. Good job. Heck. There we go. Wasn't letting me do my things. Praise this fucking sun, man! Okay. So, this ring of light. Oh, there's nothing over there. Looks like there should be, but there isn't. I guess that's the normal way into Anor Londo, but it's like caved in or bricked off or something. Looks like it's bricked off. We can't go in that way. This is the way to the end of the area. Or rather, this will trigger the cutscene that ends the area. We don't want to do that yet, because we want to go get the rest of the items in the area. So let us go do that. So we have 59,000 souls now. I would wager that that's a lot. Let's go buy the Thunder Stone Plate Ring. That's the one I'm really going to want in the near future. Should I kill that guy? Killing that guy is kind of pointless, since we can go like completely around his problem. Let's try jumping with our armor. Sometimes I succeed at this, and sometimes I don't. Yeah. I did it. I did it, guys. I jumped over the thing. What's up, crestfallen bitch? I killed the boss.
Oh yes, it's you. What is it? Still something you need, eh? Anything at all?
I need you to shut the hell up. Actually, I need this. It's not very expensive compared to what we have. I could buy this now. I'm not going to. The Katarina armor is pretty good. Onion shaped. I'm not gonna buy it because it's really expensive, and it's pretty comparable to a well upgraded set of the Elite Knight armor. I think it's actually slightly heavier than that. Don't quote me on that.
Try and make something of yourself, but nothing will.
Nothing will come of it. See, it's such a downer. Okay. This is a bunch of stuff. Earlier... Why did I jump off there? I want to go down to the early part of the level. Not over to this part. I think I got everything on the upper parts. I got... Yeah. Did I? I'm trying to think. I got the one from the cell. I got the sneaky ring. Oh, I'll go right out and say it. They're saying in the secret ring thing that Griggs is actually wearing one of those. If you kill him, I'm not gonna kill him because he's a cool bro. But hey, bad night. Bad. I didn't actually have to be wearing the gold serpent ring for that. Whatevs. You do want to be wearing it on most bosses. There's another one you can get for souls later. We could have actually already gotten it, but I didn't want to bother. Hi. If you remember earlier, we saw... oh, God. Let's retreat back behind this pillar. Oh, yeah. Die. Forgot, I've got the Jesus. And there's some of those lightning dudes down there, too. Don't want to get hit by these things. I'm looking at the marks on the floor more than anything else. Oh! Almost got hit by that one. I'm gonna go back out to Andre's bonfire. These guys, there's gonna be guys chasing you, but if you avoid the thing here, you can do some damage to them, or even kill one of them. Hey, bros. Oops. Sometimes if you jump attack on somebody from above, you can get a jumping attack and a plunging attack. But, I actually did that earlier. I'm not sure if you noticed. Okay. So I just want to rest at this bonfire so we're not kicked out to the top of the place. Should I level up? What else do I need to do? How many large Titanite shards do I have? Quite a few. Let's see if I can upgrade my gauntlets more.
Well, you need it.
I forgot I got a bunch, Yeah. Oh, chunks. Okay, I got one of those from the Bareneki Knights. I don't think so. Oh, the Black Sorcerer stuff is basically lots of magic defense.
Go get your...
So, yeah. So, okay. Let's go back in.